first thing I do is 2 seconds and knock the camera over. All right, that's how we start this.
Yo, welcome to another edition of the Geeky Bros podcast. This is Geeky Bros Reviews. I'm your boy Tactix.
Yo, it's just Darcy here.
And this is Big Geek Umar. How y'all doing today?
Blind. The light you have down here is killing me.
We're having we need to work out this setup a little bit more. But we just came out of the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness movie. We're doing another car review right after the theater, or right after the movie. So, I've seen it twice now. They both seen it the first time. So let's start with this. Darcy, what did you think, man?
Enjoyable ride.
Oh, spoiler free, so don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spoil it later, but
yeah. It's an enjoyable ride. It's fun. Sam Raimi style is fun, but it's a simple story. It's really weirdly fast paced. Like, I feel like the movie just starts and you're like, and we're in Act 2. Like, it doesn't feel like I get any setup. If you haven't watched WandaVision, you don't even like it. Just start watching WandaVision, because like you're gonna lack a lot of context that's gonna make a whole character not make any sense. Yeah, I feel like that's how I feel. Overall rating, 7 out of 10.
Okay, all right. T?
man, I missed this, yo. Like this is like,
yeah.
I wasn't here for the last one, so this is just crazy. Like
you could have come, man.
I couldn't because I had school. But anyway, I enjoyed it for what it was. Simple storyline, which kind of was a little bit lackluster in terms of the villain's motive. Like, it was like, okay, I'm just trying to get reunited with my. I told you I was gonna spoil it, man.
I got you.
Okay, so, yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it for what it was. Like, you were right, it was a roller coaster ride. So, I enjoyed it on that aspect. I agree with Darcy. Like 10 minutes in, I'm like, oh, we're already here, and we already have the villain. Like, there's no setup for the villain. It's just like go.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of was a little bit jarring for me, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I had fun. I don't know if I would put this in like top 5 or even top 10 Marvel movies, but for what it gave me, I had fun. I wasn't anticipating anything. I didn't have any expectations. I don't know much about Doctor Strange to begin with outside of what I've seen so far of him. So for me, going into this, I was like, I just want to eat popcorn and enjoy myself. And I was entertained throughout. So, yeah.
Overall rating?
7.5.
Solid. Okay. So for me, I'm gonna give this a 7.25, because I don't want to give it a 7.5, but at the same time, I don't think it's a 7. For me, I enjoyed it too. It was fun. I was lucky that we all know I was the most hyped for this. I thankfully read a few of the early reactions that were basically saying hey, it's campy, it's very Sam Raimi, it's kind of the actresses are good, and honestly all the actors did a good job. Like, they were told what to do, they did it, you enjoyed yourself. I didn't feel any of the acting was weak, in my opinion.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so look, the acting was on par, the graphics were fun, the battles mostly were good. There were some questions. I had some questions on some choice of battles, but again, I had fun. Obviously I would have some notes. I think we all would have had notes on some of the battle choices. The cameos were in some ways the best parts, and in other ways not as good as we would hope, but
Some great people show up, but the utilization of them isn't the best.
Yeah, it's kind of great.
But will we see them again, though?
Well, the multiverse allows for us to be able to see.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we're going to get into all of that a little bit more in our actual review on Friday. But for me, I would 7.25. I found it fun. But my problem with it is that Sam Raimi is he's kind of a dated filmmaker. And let's just say that his attempts to be progressive may not have landed the way he wanted it to. But at the same time, thanks for trying.
Yeah.
And also, like, I'm not big. I got scared.
I loved it, man.
Yeah.
I love
I mean, adding the horror in is a nice touch.
It was a nice touch, absolutely. And frankly,
done right, because we had I don't know if you guys saw the New Mutants,
I didn't see New
but that was
Mutants.
some bullshit.
I heard
that was
fucking bullshit.
I heard that was bad. Also, Moon Knight has gotten some criticism because it was supposed to be like the scary one, and I mean, this scared me.
It was supposed to be scary.
It was supposed to be creepy and scary. Yeah, it was supposed to be a horror-esque. And I was like, if the Mummy was horror-esque, then yeah, but
Okay, well, no one told me when I watched that show.
yeah, because I didn't even notice it. I found out later. People were like, "Is this horror?" I'm like,
That hippopotamus looked pretty scary to me. I'm just saying.
hippopotamus is cute. Anyway, so yeah, I would say that like, it's just, guys, don't expect much from this. There's no depth. Like, I would say, you know how I was upset with Thor Ragnarok because it didn't have like the dark, deep like stuff. It was just like all jokes. This is all fun. It's not meant to be a deep story. Like we've been saying, it's kind of just a simple story.
I feel like Ragnarok had more deep moments in it than this
To be
did.
honest, yeah.
Like it had them, and they were a little bit more on the implied side, but it felt like it actually allowed for them a little. There's like only one scene in this whole film that is actually like emotional, and it relates to the whole thing that.
What are you doing, Michael?
I'm just trying to figure out where to put my hands.
Yeah.
Just put it right here. Okay.
Yeah. The only real emotional scene is the one that caused for the movie to be banned in certain countries.
Yeah.
Which,
It wasn't that big of a deal.
the thing for those people, obviously it was. But one thing I was impressed is that Disney's, Marvel.
I
Okay.
just gotta charge my phone, bro.
They stood their ground and
Yeah.
they kept it in. And when I watched it, I was like, not that I would want them to, but I'm like, technically they could actually completely cut the scene and it wouldn't change anything in the film. Like, you wouldn't really know hardly anything.
To be honest, I felt like there were like scenes that were cut from the film that may have been needed because like there's
Probably, yeah.
yeah, because like the pacing, like Darcy said, like it was fast, but also
Like an intro to the movie that they forgot to keep in.
but then like they just randomly slowed down and then ran back up again. So I was like, guys, I'm not. What are we supposed to be doing right now?
No, but I feel like it's kind of like what Darcy was saying. I don't know. I think earlier they assumed that you watched WandaVision.
Yeah.
Because all of WandaVision seemed like it was just a setup for this movie.
Yeah.
Because even that post-credit scene where she's looking for her.
I kind of wonder if they filmed something that more, but then they're like, everyone's watched WandaVision, they cut it. For save time or something.
Yeah, because wasn't Doctor Strange supposed to be in
Yeah, he was
WandaVision?
supposed to be the one sending messages to Wanda.
Yeah, and I feel like they alluded to it in this, but they glossed over it completely.
But I don't think that ultimately happened because like, he wasn't even mentioned. Like all he said is like, "Hey, I heard about
I know,
it."
but I think what happened was because they obviously cut it out of WandaVision, and
Yeah.
I think they probably were setting something up, but then they decided to cut that out altogether.
Yeah, like if you look at it from a character's perspective, this actually does a lot of damage to everything that we got from WandaVision because I still love WandaVision. It's still my favorite MCU series. I know you guys weren't as big of a fan, but like this kind of not entirely, but it pretty decently retconned a lot of the progress that was done in WandaVision. So like that's what I'm saying. Like this is a simple story that has more of a likelihood of causing damage to characterizations than actually progressing anything.
But I feel like that was already kind of the initial plan based off of like how I interpreted it when I was watching WandaVision.
Yes.
I feel like this is what they were setting up.
Yes, the only problem is I don't think they landed it.
I mean, in terms of what? Like, what's the criteria in terms of landing?
We'll get into that when we can actually talk about it at full length.
Fair.
Yeah.
But like all I'm gonna say is that like it's not a bad film. Like it ain't Morbius. It ain't like and also like I know Eternals got less ratings than this, but like I would still say like I would think like I liked Eternals more. I know you did you like Eternals more than this?
More than this?
Yeah.
Ask me next week.
Done.
I'm gonna marinate on that.
All right, so like, let's just say it's comparable to Eternals level, unless.
I like this more than Eternals.
Okay.
As in, it's a fun ride. Like other than its flaws, when you're just watching and in all the battles and all the cool CGI, for the most part, it's actually just fun. So for me, like, you know, I feel like the negatives, you know, some of them I didn't realize until we started talking just outside the theater. But like, I feel like it's just a really fun ride. Where I feel like Eternals feels like it drags a bit for me.
Okay.
And is a little slower. And so, like, it just doesn't make... When I think about it, I don't want to go like, oh, I really want to watch it again. Whereas this, I'm like, I would definitely put this on in the background for sure. Because it's a lot visually to look at.
You know what you just said actually made me think about it. Like, everything that was lacking in this film was in Eternals. And everything that was lacking in Eternals was in this film.
Oh, well, let's make a baby. Maybe we can get something good out of it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, Eternals...
Elaborate on that next week.
I will. I'll just say that quickly is that like Eternals had some good moments, but it wasn't really fun because it was a very character-driven story that was also like kind of dark.
Yeah, fair.
This was all fun and almost entirely lacking of proper characterization.
Yeah.
But I can get more into that like when we discuss it on Friday. But yeah, so yeah, 7.25 out of 10 for me. 7.5, 7.
I might go up to 7.5.
Okay. So like roughly, like you're not looking. This isn't for us a 6. Like we're talking, you will have fun, but like don't think you're going to see like this ain't Endgame.
Yeah.
Like we're outside the realm of those things. Like
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go for it.
One thing I didn't want to address, and this is not a spoiler, but so America Chavez.
Yeah.
Right. The actress that plays the character, she was getting flack for playing
Hispanic.
That's what the issue was. It wasn't
the fact that it was a Latina character, and I think some people because of like the whole like gay LGBTQ representation that all that entails.
In her parents or in her?
That's the thing. Like I don't think people even cared.
Because so when we talked about it, I was under the impression that she was a gay character.
I think she is.
They definitely didn't talk about that in the movie. They said her parents were gay, clearly, but they didn't say anything about her sexuality. Well, so for her to get flack about it is like...
Yeah, that's why...
But these are online haters who are just hating on LGBTQ. So like, yes, they're stupid because, well, aside from being ignorant and also bigoted, they're also like, it's like, we don't, technically speaking in the MCU, we don't know that yet.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely didn't get any indication of who she likes because there wasn't no time for her talking about romance. Girls just breaking through universes trying to survive.
Yeah.
Like, they ain't gonna stop and be like, who do I want to date?
So, we will just say that as non-spoilery as this was, you're going to have fun, not as deep as you might think, and some people might actually find this problematic. I know a couple. I know my cousin definitely wasn't a big fan of this, and your cousin wasn't a big fan of this.
No.
To be honest, though, I never thought this movie was going to be deep because I just thought as a movie about breaking through multiple universes and interacting with multiple people, I was going to be impressed if I was blown away with something deep. Just 'cause I feel like there was going to be so much time spent on visuals that I never thought they would get there.
I would say, like, for my final statement, I thought that it was going to be on par with Everything Everywhere All at Once. It was not.
Well, John Campy already kind of primed me for that. Even before he watched the movie, he was like, after watching Everything Everywhere All at Once, he was like, there's no way Doctor Strange is going to rival that in terms of bizarre weirdness. And they were right.
Yeah.
Great film, by the way.
Great film.
Haven't seen it yet.
Great film.
Yo,
bro.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I will definitely try.
Yeah.
You and June are going to love it.
For me, like, it was like I'm going to say it. I think it was a 10 out of 10 for me.
Oh, good to know. But
yeah.
I may end up having to download that one just based on what's going on in my life right now.
Fair enough. So yeah, everyone, we please tune in on Friday. We're gonna give our full spoiler-filled review. So for hopefully by then you guys all it's a week. Yeah, I gotta get on this. But until then, we're the Geeky Goals podcast, and
just took my line, but okay. This is your boy Tactix.
Just Darcy.
And this is Big Geek Umar. See you Friday.